Hey, good morning. They be going off. Oh no, you should have said da da da. No, I'm just gonna vent and I'm gonna keep it moving. But anyway. What is up, you guys? It is your girl, the real Mrs. J. And I am back, y'all. I am back. Let me tell y'all something. I worked one day last week, had the rest of the week off, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And I am so thankful for that time that I had off. I didn't have to worry about kids because my kids weren't in school. I didn't have to worry about anything but this crazy puppies that I still got. I got 2 more left, and they got new homes. All praise to the Most High. They will be out of there this week. So that would give us a small window, at least a couple of months through the winter before we, start preparing for another litter of puppies. It's very rewarding, and you deal with, because we breed Cane Corsos, and they're not cheap dogs, and so when you're dealing with people that's willing to spend $2,000 on a dog, you're dealing with a certain group of people, and I love it. I love the fact that these people are so happy. They love their animals. They love animals, period. A lot of them, they get the puppies and they have babies and stuff like that, so that their puppy can grow up with their child. And if anybody knows anything about Cane Corsos, they are very good with kids. They have great temperaments, and that's why a lot of people like them. They're really huge dogs. The males can get up to, they're usually about 140 to, like, from 130 to 150 pounds, but they're really tall. And I'm 5'3", and my boy dog, when he stands up, he looks me in the face. So I put it to you that way. We look each other eye to eye on the fence, okay? But he's sweet as I don't know what. He's very sweet, and they're highly intelligent dogs. So, there's a market for that and a niche for that, and people who really like those kinds of dogs, and they don't mind spending that bread to get one. So it was just something that my husband wanted to get into a long time ago. He had to have a Corso. I didn't know anything about him. So we got our first one in 2018. We paid about close to $4,000 for this dog. And I loved it. I was complaining, like, why are you spending that much money on a dog? And so, until we got the dog. And then once we got the dog, and I just fell in love with this dog. She was so smart, and she was very easy to train. She loved the kids. I mean, she was just the bomb. And so then I fell in love with the breed, and so I want to buy another one so we can have another female. And I don't mind spending that money. I really don't, because you get what you pay for. It's a purebred dog. You can find them on, like this past last week, the AKC was holding like a dog show, and the Cane Corso is in the dog show. So this is not some type of fly-by-night breed of dog. But anyway, y'all. So, my little selfish plug, First Kings Kennels, you can find us on Facebook. Other than that, you guys, I've just been chilling. I really haven't been watching the news that much, so I really don't know what's going on, because a sister had turned. I really don't look at TV too much. A lot of the information that I do get is, online. But I watched some good movies, and spent some time with my kids and my husband. Even though my husband, he had to work mostly the whole time we was off, but he didn't have to work this weekend, so I was able to spend some time with my baby. And that's about it. I saw that there's a new variant going on, and everybody's like telling me, oh, there's a new variant, there's a new variant. I'm like, it's a virus. Viruses mutate. Have you not learned this from the flu? That's why when people get the flu shots, sometimes people catch the flu because they don't know what strain it is, because viruses mutate. So I really think that it's time to get this whole, we're gonna eradicate the virus and this and that. We need to get that out of our minds. At this point, it should be, what can we do to help people that have it? Like, what type of medications we can send people home with, what kind of medications that work. Because there are medications out here that work, but unfortunately, a lot of times, they're not pushing it. Like, you really have to have a special doctor that really, really cares, that's willing to put you on different medications to see what happens and how they work. And they need to come up with some type of regimen of what to give people, because this virus is not going anywhere. It's not. So at this point, we need to figure out a way to just live with it. You can only keep pushing this fear mongering and stuff for so long. And I'm not saying that it's not real. I'm not saying that people aren't dying from it, because I had two friends that died 10 days apart, a father and a son, back in August. So I'm not saying that this thing is not real. My brother had it, my daughter had it, my best friend had it, my nephews had, two of my nephews, and I can go just on and on about all the people I know that have had it. And the thing is not going anywhere. So we really need to, at this point, figure out a way of how to live with it. That's it. I don't care what type of mandates you put out there, or none of that. This thing is going to keep on evolving. And the only thing we can do is hope and pray that it just keeps mutating until it's a mild thing, like the flu. But you can die from the flu too. But I know COVID is not like the flu. It's not at all. However, just like the flu, it's something we're gonna have to live with. I remember when back when y'all remember when the swine flu came out? Oh my God, that thing came through with a vengeance. Because at the time I was working at, I don't know if I know that they're, they have patient first in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. I don't know, this was a long time ago, so I don't know like how popular they are now in other states. But I was working there at the time, and it's an urgent care center. And so I was working there at the time when the swine flu came about, and I was pregnant with my youngest daughter. And when I tell y'all, people were laying on the floor. There was like no seating in the waiting room. People were actually laying on the floor, sick as I don't know what, feeling terrible. We were seeing record number patients. I mean, record number, like 300 people in one day. It was terrible. So, but The unfortunate thing is that, you know, that wasn't eradicated. It's still here because my husband had it maybe like 2 years ago. And I had forgot all about it, that it even existed, because, you know, it's not something that we talked about anymore. So I just think at this point, it's just something that we're going to have to learn to live with. And also, they need to, instead of just having this freaking Dr. Fauci, whatever his dang name is, instead of having him as a spokesperson, why is there not like a panel or a group of expert doctors? You know, like, why is this not something countrywide where all the doctors have some say so, and they all come together and try to come up with some type of plan of, you know, of a plan of treatment for patients with it. They're not doing that. They're all relying on this one freaking man. One man who actually was sending money to the research that was done that caused this whole thing. But that's another story. That's another story, because that's another story. But anyway, yeah, so that's how I feel about the whole situation, about this variant and this and that. You know, this is just something that's here to stay, and we just gonna have to learn how to live with it. You're just gonna have to continue to wash your hands, social distance. Don't be all up in people's face. If it's not somebody you talk to every single day, you know what I'm saying? Be careful. Don't just be going over anybody's house, giving people rides, because that's what happened with my niece. My niece decided she wanted to go to Virginia Beach with somebody she knew to court, and it was like 4 of them in the car. 4 of them in the car. Guess what? They all in the car smoking a blunt and this and that. And the dude who they was taking to court, he was the one who had the freaking virus and gave it to everybody in the car, because they're all in the car together and they're all smoking a blunt. So they're just, you know, spitting. Because, you know, when you smoking, you blow smoke into the air, you're blowing spit. And so, you know, they're putting all type of particles in the air and they're sharing it. And, you know, it was not very smart. But in turn, everybody caught it. My niece, she went home. She lives with my aunt and my uncle, who's 80-something years old. They both caught it. My cousins that lived in the house, the kids, everybody caught it. It ran through the house. All because of being careless and not being like considerate, like, okay. And I'm gonna tell y'all gonna trip, but right now I have 2 test boxes in my back seat. In the bag, okay? In the bag. I'm telling you, if I suspect some coughing, anything, I'm shoving that syringe up your nose. Period. But anyway, you guys, that's all I got for today. I will holler at y'all sometime this week. I love you guys. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Real Mrs. J. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.